everyone, it's Designer Lily here, back with the job update you all have been asking me for about what I've been up to since Tempo. I'll talk about what has happened since then, what my interview process was like, and what's currently going on. So back in March was around when I got laid off from Tempo, and I took about 2 weeks off to really just find myself, regroup, and reflect. I spent a lot of time playing with my puppy, training him, and making content for YouTube where I got to practice a lot more speaking on camera, and also just self-reflect, doing more readings about who I was and what I wanted for myself. And I wanted to take more time doing that, but unfortunately, I was reading the news and I saw that the recession was coming in pretty strong and that the market conditions were going to be harder and harder. So based on those predictions, I knew that if I didn't look for a job now, it was going to be a lot harder than ever before. So because of that, I started getting right back into the interview game and putting together new case studies. At first, I just added in case studies to my previous portfolio site, but the storytelling of the site wasn't great, so I ended up creating a whole entire new site from scratch. And on the parallel of that, I was also working on my portfolio pitch deck, which I was showing other designers, getting feedback and working on that in iterations. So by using the content from my pitch deck, I was able to make better case studies for my website. And ultimately, that helped me significantly in landing multiple interviews. As you all know, I also shared on social media my story. So I shared on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram Reels, LinkedIn, but a lot of the job leads wasn't what I was exactly looking for. So for example, they were startups that are hiring out of state, or they were startups that were looking for their first design hire. And I was kind of done with the startup land and I wanted to stay in San Francisco. So I ended up doing a lot of outreach myself. And this is again where my portfolio site really helped, because that new portfolio site really helped to open doors for me and help me find designers who were willing to refer me to their recruiter or their hiring manager and get me into the interview loop. I'm going to do my next video on how I found these job leads and which methods worked best. But ultimately, I was able to get where I am from a cold outreach, meaning I didn't know this person at all, and they were able to connect me to their interview process just by looking at my portfolio. Additionally, this time around, my interview performance was probably one of the best I've had ever. And a large part of it is thanks to you all, as I've been creating videos and content for you all to watch. That's really helped me speak better on camera. And that has translated well to not only my interview performance, but also working on the job. Because I've had times in the past where I've tried to express more complex thoughts and they made sense in my head. But when I spoke them, the other party got confused because they either got lost in the structure and the way I was conveying things. And being able to speak better on camera has ultimately made a huge difference in my interview performance, and that has ultimately helped me land 3 offers. And I know my improvements to speaking on camera has helped me land these offers because that was the direct feedback that I got from my interviewers. These 3 offers were all tech companies in San Francisco and all in industries that I was interested in. So because of that, it not only invigorated me and helped me build confidence in myself as a designer, ultimately helped me negotiate a better offer in where I am working today. Currently, I'm working for a relatively well-known community-centered product in San Francisco that has to do with content creation. And all of this reaffirms my belief that if you are prepared for the right opportunity, it will come, and that is what makes luck. And unfortunately, I'm not willing to disclose it because I've had trolls and harassments in the past. For now, I'm going to keep it anonymous and just feel it out a bit more. The market is definitely tougher than ever, because even when I was interviewing half a year ago, it felt like it was the toughest market that I've been in. Previously, when I've interviewed at, I've had plenty of roles I saw were open to designers with 3 years or less of experience. But this time around, it seemed like all the positions wanted designers with like 3 to 4 or more years of experience, and the entry-level roles were no longer there. Also, it felt like half the mid-sized to larger tech companies that I was seriously interviewing at stopped hiring, or they canceled the roles altogether. And that's something that I haven't encountered before, and I can only imagine how much of a tougher climate it is right now. What I will say is that for my current position, content creation was what gave me a unique edge. And that's something that will continue to develop, because content creation has not only helped me in landing this opportunity, but it's also helped me speak a lot better on camera. And even day-to-day in meetings now, I feel like when I speak, I'm able to more concisely convey my ideas, versus before, sometimes I had a tendency to end my sentences in a question, or the thoughts were jumbled and not as well formed. So speaking on camera has allowed me to tie my ideas together better and verbally express them better. And what made a big difference in my interview performance was not only able to speak on the behavioral questions better, but also better present my portfolio pitch deck. The portfolio pitch deck is like a closer for a deal. It's the 30 to 45 minute presentation that's almost always required for on-sites, where you have to speak about your background as a designer, the businesses that you've worked at, what they were about, how you were able to solve their problems, what were the challenges, your design decisions, what were the constraints, and etc. And being able to articulate better and speak concisely has definitely helped me a lot to fit my entire story into that 30 to 45 minute time frame. If you all are interested in seeing my portfolio pitch deck, you can sign up on portfoliopitchdeck.com, where I'll be showing you my case study, my process, how I walked through it, and basically how I was able to land my 3 offers. Anyways, that was my update for you all. My next video will be talking about how I got my job leads to my interviews and ultimately what method of cold outreach has helped me land into my current role. And if y'all would like to learn on this journey as I grow as a product designer in San Francisco, then hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you all next time. Take care.